Hey guys, what's going on? I'm back with another review and comparison video. Today's feature disc is the 2022 Sexton Firebird, and I compare it with the 2021 Sexton Firebird that I've been throwing and bagging for the past year, as well as the 2021 Zachariah Johnson Firebird. Let's get into it. These are the three Firebirds we're throwing today. The first one is the 2021 Sexton Firebird. The second one on the top right is the 2022 Sexton Firebird, the brand new one. And then the bottom one is the 2021 Zachariah Johnson Firebird. These are all very similar in stiffness, and they're all in glow plastics. Start out once again throwing forehand, flat. The first two, the Sexton ones, you can see they ride flat for a bit. That one, the second one in particular, the 2022. And then the Zachariah Johnson, no matter what I did, that thing just started fighting out immediately of every angle I put it on. And you'll see that is kind of the theme in the rest of this video. So the 2021 and the 2022 have both really nice, like, pushing forward hyzers. That one the 2022 almost flipped up a little bit. And then Zachariah Johnson just off to the right the second it leaves my hand, which is really nice actually. And then we have him on anhyzer. The 21, you can see it fought out about halfway through its flight maybe. This really surprised me. I might have done a slightly more anhyzer angle, but this rode Annie the whole way and ended up being parked at, I wasn't even really aiming at the basket, but it just ended up being parked at the basket. And then the Zachariah Johnson one, it was a bit nose up, but it was still pretty true how hard it fights out there. And then backhand, once again, the 21 and the 22 both ride flat for a decent bit. 22 felt a little more flat, a little straighter for longer, and then that was the best flat release I feel like I got from the Zachariah Johnson one. But it still fought out pretty hard. Then we have him on hyzer. This is like the bread and butter shot of the Firebird is like backhand hyzer. So, and they all fly very similar on hyzer generally. You see the biggest difference in the anhyzer and then the flat throws. But you see the 21 fight out pretty well. That's like a pretty standard flight I would expect out of a Firebird. This one is a little more flippy, took a little longer to fight out. And then the Zachariah Johnson just fights out pretty much in the first third of the flight. So those are the flights of the three Firebirds I was throwing that day. I'm just going to give a little summary, my final thoughts. I'm going to do weather conditions of the day I was throwing, the grip, their stability, what distance I threw them, and then whether I'm bagging them or not. So the weather conditions of the day I was throwing were pretty good. The wind was about 2 to 4 miles per hour, so pretty negligible. The temp was right around 85 Fahrenheit, and the elevation is probably 600 to 700 feet where I am, so pretty close to sea level. The grip on all these is great, very, very similar. The 2022 was just a tiny bit flatter than the other two, so made it a little more comfy in the forehand for me. They're all still very comfy in the forehand and backhand. They're all pretty much the same, to me at least. As far as stability goes, the 2022, the brand new one, is the most flippy or the least overstable. The 2021 that I've been throwing for the past year or so, it was right in between, and then the Zachariah Johnson 21 Firebird was the most overstable by far. The distances, I threw them between 300 and 350 depending on the throw. Hyzer, there was probably 300, flat was probably 325, and anhyzer was probably closer to 350. As far as bagging them, I am bagging all three. The 2022 is, like I said, the most flippy, and it's really nice to get that flippiness out of a Firebird without having to beat it in so much, because it's probably, if I threw the 21 maybe another year or two, and it's nice to get that without me having to work it in myself. And then the 2021 just took a slot in my bag for the overstable kind of utility slot to like headwinds for the overstable slot. It took over my Captain's Raptor. It's very similar in the Captain's Raptor stability. This might be slightly less overstable, but it's a little more workable for me and for my arm speed. And that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought. Leave a comment and give a like if you enjoyed it, or let me know what I can do better for future videos. Thanks.